The stage has been set for the Orange Blossom Classic to return after a 43-year hiatus. There are so many unsung heroes that will be on the sidelines at this game. There's one that stands out who will play a pivotal role in getting players prepared to take the field this coming weekend. This coach is holding on to letting us all know who QB1 will be for FAMU this weekend. I got to be honest with you. Not answering that question brings more attention and suspense to the game between FAMU versus JSU. It's your favorite coach back at it again, 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, like these videos, comment on these videos, share these videos, and not to mention, guys, follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. Hey, make sure y'all hit that notification bell, like these videos, comment on these videos, share these videos, and not to mention, tap in a friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's double positive vibes. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And guys, coach is going to go ahead and tap on in this thing because I got some information to drop in your lap. Guys, let me tell you something. Like I stated before, there's going to be a lot of stars on that sideline that's going to be pivotal to this game. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. The suspense is brewing, just like the Alcorn State versus North Carolina Central game in the MEAC SWAC kickoff classic that we just had in the MEAC in Atlanta, Georgia this past weekend. I'm sure Dennis Thurman, the defensive coordinator, along with Coach Prime, they're going to have the JSU Tigers ready to play ball this weekend against the FAMU. Get back to why Coach Black, who is a son of a successful high school coach in Florida, being a coach's kid, you tend to hold on to some of those things that you've learned throughout your path as learning how to become a coach. Let's talk about Coach Black for a little bit here. I'm going to give y'all a quick rundown on Coach Black. As a high school standout at Fern Creek High School in Louisville, Kentucky, being known for how to run a spread offense. Listen, this young man, he started the last 3 years of his high school career. He had almost 10,000 total yards of offense when he left that high school program. Not to mention he had 83 total touchdowns. That was 63 passing, 20 running. He decided he's going to take his talents and go to West Kentucky. He was a redshirt freshman who he sat out, most of his first year. He did get some playing time his sophomore year in which he shared time with a young man that transferred in from Notre Dame, who I believe was Woke, W-O-L-K-E, Woke. And the reason why that happens because the coaching staff at Western Kentucky, they couldn't figure out which quarterback would be best fit to run that offense that they were running. Well, I'll be honest with you. Coach Black spent time. He played 2 games his redshirt sophomore year. He ended up getting injured. And you know what? The coach ended up, after him sitting out 2 games, the coach decided to demote him when he came back, and they lost the game against Kentucky with 41-3. While at Western Kentucky, Coach Black played in 15 games with a 63% passing percentage. Not to mention he threw for 1,284 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Now, he decided to transfer. He had a decision between North Carolina Central and Prairie View A&M. He chose Prairie View A&M because in 2008, Prairie View went 9-1. Lost their quarterback. They didn't have a quarterback there for them in 2009. So in 2008, he said this will be the perfect opportunity for him. So he took the opportunity and he went to Prairie View A&M. Not to mention he got in the game. He got inserted into the game in the second half against New Mexico State, in which they were down by 18 points. Coach Black brought the team back, which they ended up losing by 2 points. But they say it's a controversial call out there in which a touchdown was called back that would have allowed Prairie View A&M to win that game over New Mexico State. Coach Black led Prairie View A&M to their first Western Division SWAC championship over Alcorn State, 34-14. Now, not to mention, they could have went undefeated that season. They didn't because they lost their game to New Mexico State. But they did go undefeated in division play, in which they beat Arkansas Pine Bluff 49-17. He helped Prairie View win their first SWAC championship in over 40 years. They had beaten Grambling State University for the first time since 1986. Now, after winning the SWAC championship and having such a great season, Coach Black was named SWAC Offensive Player of the Year. He earned several All-American honors. Also, he was named NCAA Statistical Champion for passing efficiency and was the College Sports News and Sheridan Broadcasting SWAC Player of the Year. And also, he got all SWAC honors second team. Was done with his arena playing football days. He decided he wanted to go back to Prairie View and get into the coaching profession. A student assistant at Prairie View in 2011. He worked his way up to the graduate assistant in 2014. The quarterback coach at Prairie View in 2015. Coach Simmons arrived in 2016. He became the quarterbacks coach, offensive passing game day coordinator that same year. And he held that position all the way up until he left Prairie View. Now, guess what? He's back with Coach Willie Simmons again at FAMU. Now, Coach Willie Simmons is known for pushing his coaches to be the best that they can be. In an interview, Coach Black said that Coach Willie had said something to him that stuck out to him, in which he said, "How can you ever reach your goals if you never tell anyone what your goals are?" Coach Black's goal is to be the most sought after quarterback coach in the country. Coach Black got the opportunity to get into the NFL Coach Walsh Diversity Program, in which it allows coaches to get with NFL programs to sharpen their skills as far as becoming better coaches on the college level. And guess what? Coach Black got the opportunity to go train with none other than Sean McVay of the LA Rams this summer to, sharpen his skills on things that he's looking to do better as far as being a coach. And let me tell you something. What's getting ready to take place this season, if he put it all together as far as what he learned, which I'm sure he's going to do, it's going to shock the crap out of a lot of people out here, because I've been seeing a lot of these different coaches given the opportunity to go back into the program more than one time. And I'm sure Coach Black is going to take that opportunity to go back as many times as he possibly can. The reason why Coach Black has not named QB1, understand this. He's a student of the game. His father was a high school coach as well. So he's gonna have some of those old school tendencies. He's also a historian, because you know what? There's two teams that won national championships with a 2-quarterback set. Do you know who those two teams are? I'm gonna tell you. One was 2006, I believe it was the Florida Gators with Chris Leak and Tim Tebow. It happened in 2007 at LSU with Matt Flynn and Ryan Perlew. Now, guys, you can't say the system doesn't work. I know a lot of people out there going to say, "Nah, coach, that's old school. That's back then." Let me break something down to you. When you have the personnel that's coming in and out of the game with both of these signal callers, they're going to get that muscle memory to understand exactly what's going on. They're going to understand the nuances as far as how the cadence are being called. The same thing with the line. No one's going to be left out there on an island somewhere, not understanding what's happening when it's all going down. The thing is, sometimes you have a play caller that doesn't have a hot hand, in which Coach Black, he dealt with that when he was at Western Kentucky. Remember, the head coach at that time couldn't decide who was going to be the main starter. Coach Black and Woke, the kid that transferred in from Notre Dame. So they each had opportunities to be the starter in the game. And I'm sure they were switched out. They were switched out different plays within the game as well. Always one guy that was out there calling the plays all the time. I mean, come on, man. We've seen that lately with New Orleans and Taysom Hill. So New Orleans, Drew Brees and Taysom Hill. We've seen that in the NFL. We believe he know who one quarterback is going to be, but he may not. He's still trying to figure out who that other guy is going to be. Remember, we all thought QB1 was going to be a young man that came in from KSU. It didn't work out that way. We already know he's no longer with the program. But I'm going to tell you right now, trust and believe, if this man here, if Coach Black was able to play in that type of system himself, he knows the nuances and he knows the tricks of the trade of how to get players prepared to do it. And I'm positive. I am truly positive. He asked Sean McVay some questions as far as how can he make this work, based on where he's at with it right now. So we're going to sit back and wait and see. But I just want to give you guys a bit of a history on Coach Black, because Coach Black, I told you, Black, salute to you on all your success and everything that you've been able to do. I just wanted to go ahead and shed light on some of these stars that we have in these HBCU programs that's out here doing some phenomenal things with these young men, getting them prepared to play this game. Like I said, the light is not being shined bright enough, but I figured I'd take the time to do it. So until next time, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you can get all upcoming videos. And remember, be the one and lead.